Okay. So, first part, I'll show you active stretches. So what you're gonna do for the chest, tricep, and warm up your rotator cuffs. So you want to like at an angle like this, right? Basically, your motion is 90 up, up, and up. Should you choose sideways? Up, up. That looks like chicken wings, right? You're like, but you're working your shoulders and then your bicep, your pectorals here, by rotating it this way, and you're isolating the movement. Mine actually pops because it's not as flexible. So work on these for one of your actives. Then you're basically going to go into the secondary motion of that and go up with it and then stop. So basically the same form that you have, except you're going to be going at a parallel level with the ground, and then you're going to go up to the sky. And you can hold that too if you want. If you get too tired, you can hold it. So there's two actives for you. The third one, you're going to go into swimmer rows. Swimmer do this. So these warm up your deltoids, your delts, and your pecs. It's pretty much just a full upper body warm up. And then you're going to go into I call these shoulder wags. I don't know why, but I've always called them like shoulder wags, but show that to the other side. Basically just rolling. That's all you're doing in this one. You're rolling. And then you can go back, you can reverse, and then if the little circles get you too tired, you can work on bigger circles than little ones. That's a really good upper body. So those are 4 actives. So you have scarecrows. I call these scarecrows. Then you have surrenders. Surrendering. You have swimmer rows. And then you have shoulder rolls, is what we'll call it. So you go ahead and pause now.
Go.
Okay, so next part, you're going to be working on static stretches for upper body. So static stretches are all movements that you're holding down. So common ones, tricep, you're going to have to static stretch that, as you can see. You're pulling this, pull back like that. Don't do this. Don't do this. Keep it here and then pull. And then work on that on the other side too. So basically you're pulling this muscle, your tricep. That's what you're trying to do in this stretch. Don't bust out your elbow. Don't bust out down here with your shoulder and your cuff. Next one is this is working your lats as well as your rear deltoids and your rhombus. So you're pulling your arm straight, pulling it back like that. You want to pull this back here, your back. You're also going to get a nice stretch throughout your arm. Next one is pectorals. So with this one, you can get up. Since you just want to sit down. But you're going to want to use a level. Hold your hand there on the wall. Twist. Look forward. Have it almost at a straight angle. And then lean into it. This is going to stretch your pectoral into your shoulder. You're going to want to do that on the other side. Just like that. And if you get really good with it, and you have a lot of flexibility, you can do both at the same time. You're going to do your upper back and your middle back with this one. Just put hands together. Reach for the sky, reach for the ceiling. Keep your head down. It'll stretch your upper back more. Keep your head up if you want to stretch your middle back more. And then you're going to stretch your right lat. This is stretching your right lat. And then you want to go to your left lat. You want to keep a straight angle. Don't lean forward. Don't lean back. Keep it straight. And reach for the right side. And then reach for the left side, depending on the lat.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to do the exercises for Monday. So, recap, active stretching, that was for your upper body. The stack stretching was for your upper body. Because today we're going to be doing upper body as well as your core and your abs. So the first exercise is an incline push-up. I suggest using the stairs because you can get a really nice incline with it, and you have different varying of degrees. I don't have stairs here. I just have a couch, so I'll show it to you with the couch. So get down underneath it. You don't want it to go here, right? You don't want that, and you don't want too low because that's not helping anybody. You want this piece right here, wherever you're pushing down to, you want this piece to go right here at your knit level or right below it. So when we go down, we want to touch. And we want to push up. Push up. Push up. You want your elbows in. Okay? If you go elbows out, you're going to hurt yourself. That hurts. You want your elbows in, and if you're losing form, go up like this, come down, flat back, head up, push, up, push, up, push, up. And so that's pretty low. It's pretty low incline, so that's going to be really challenging for you since you can't do a push-up.
Can she do a girl push-up?
No, we want to work on flat body. We want to work on the posture. So a girl push-up won't get you to a push-up because it doesn't work on your posture very well. You want to work on that flat back because when you work on that flat back, you also work on your back muscles, which is 50% of a push-up is your back. Nobody knows that, except for me, apparently. I'm just kidding. So the stairs will work really well because you have a very steep incline, but the stairs stick out, which are almost different levels of a push-up. So you can work on the stairs because you can put your feet down on the ground and do a push-up, or if you want to have a steeper degree, you can go upstairs and then do a push-up. So you can work on that at that angle. Whatever you're most comfortable with, I can almost assure you can do an incline push-up, everyone can. So the next one's a spider crawl. This one's really weird, but it's really nice because it's going to work on your back muscles as well as work on your coordination. So you're going to need a decent amount of space for this one, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to walk just like a spider. So you're going to come together and out, then your feet. Come together and out, and then your feet. Come together and out, and then your feet. Come together and out, and then your feet. So you're rotating in a circle, right? And you're getting your hands underneath you. But in this exercise, you can kind of see when we're going, rotating it around with our legs, we're using more of our right side when we're rotating around, right? And then if you get good, you can do it together. And then what you do is you want to go around the other way too. So by doing this exercise, you're going to work more on your coordination with your back muscles and your leg muscles at the same time. And you're going to hold your core tight throughout the whole thing. It's a really good full body, upper body exercise. I know it's contradicting full body, upper body, but it's exactly what it sounds like. So when you go to the right, which is clockwise, you're going to be working your right side. When you go reverse, you're going to be working your left side. And it's going to be, that one's going to be really challenging. So make sure that, you know, if you can only go like a quarter of the way to the right, you do a quarter of the way to the left. So you find your benchmark. So if I only go, let's say 3 steps to the right, you only go 3 things to the right, then you need to do 3 things to the left. Always work on the balance. Next one is arm walkouts. We're going to basically do the previous exercise, except we're going to go forward and back. Now I want you just to work on going forward if you can't go back, because back is a little more tricky, but essentially what you're doing is you're picking up your left and your right leg at the same time. So I don't want this, right, where you're doing, basically you're going like that. That's wrong. I want you to go like that, and that, and that. So you're working your left leg and your right side at the same time, which is exactly what your body does when you walk. You're working them at the same time. So, in this exercise, as far as you can forward, and if you reach your rep range, which the ones I set, if you reach it, then work on your way back. But only work on forward if you can't get back, just don't even try it. Just go forward with it. Next exercise is tricep dips. So find a nice stable platform. This is actually going to be too low for me, but it might not be too low for you. Come out here. Bam. Bam, yeah, it's too low for me, but anyways, so you want to go down, put all the load on your triceps. If you need to, put the load on your lower pecs. You're going to know what I mean when you get tired. And you're like, oh man, how do I keep going with these? You can load it in your pecs and your back if you want to, but keep it on your triceps as much as possible. And how you do that is by keeping your hands inside your shoulders. If you go out, you're going to be working pec. If you keep your hands in, you're going to be working triceps. And if you don't lean with it, right, if you go like, I'm going to do this doesn't do anything except hurt your back and use your chest. So you want to maintain an angle down. Just like you're doing a tricep extension. You're coming down on your triceps and you're extending. Coming down your triceps and extending. So push that. And like I said, if you start teeter-totting, if you start kind of losing form, you can use more chest. Force it onto your chest and you can pull it out. Next exercise is band pull-aparts. So for this, all I want you to do, maintain your back. You can go into a seated position as well if you want to. If you have a physio ball, which is this, which I'll show you on because this is why it's going to use your core at the same time because you have to work off of a rolling surface. So come onto it, flat back, get your band, and all I want you doing is coming down into this position here. Pull apart. So if you work on your upper, you're working on your middle back here, and then if you go lower, you're working on more of your rear delts. Right? So this goes into your middle back, this goes into your upper back. I know that sounds kind of weird, but so this one's going to work more of your lats and your rear delts, and this one's going to work more of your rhombus. But what I want you to do is I want you to work on getting closer and closer into the center of this band. So for now, right, you're probably going to be out here and you're probably only going to get this much out of it. Try working on the full back like this. Try to get into it almost like a row. Kind of go into it. But keep that flat back. So I don't know if you can see that from your angle a little bit. Basically, we want this back to be, want it flat and come into it. And you can give a little bit of rotation, but if you do, don't slouch with it. If you give the rotation, keep the back flat. Right? And so when you do different days with this, so different Mondays, right? I want you to work on going into different positions with it. So for your 3 sets, pick upper, right? Next week on Monday, go lower with your 3 sets. And then I want you to work on getting your hands closer into the band. So the closer you are, right, on this band, the more resistance you're going to have. And then work your way onto the physio ball, because you can hold your core at the same time and it becomes more of a full upper body exercise. The next one's bird dogs, which I do.
I hate bird dogs.
Huh?
I hate bird dogs.
Huh?
I hate them.
Yeah, everyone hates bird dogs. For now, we're going to pause the video. Go ahead and pause the video. We restart it.